Hey there, everyone in internet land. It's Gretchen Wegner. And I'm wondering if you have the same problem that a client of mine has, which is that his teachers often say that he is not fully responding to writing prompts, and he often gets points taken off on his written responses in usually English and history class. So I want to show you what he and I did during a session today. I am pretty exhausted from my long coaching day, but I really wanted to share this with you all. So here's the writing prompt that we were working with. And step one in this process that I taught him is to read the prompt and noticing how many parts there are. I'm not going to read this with you all right now, but I do want you, if you want, you can pause and take a look at the reading prompt. But that's step one. And when I say parts, usually it's the sentences, but you might find other parts. So if you notice here, for step two, the idea is to break it down visually into those parts. So this was my client. He actually did this typing here. And so he noticed that there was a main question, and then he decided that all of the other sentences were sub-points that would help him answer that question, which is why he turned them into bullets. So this is good, what we see right here, but it's still not enough. I know, because I know my client, that he would still miss some of the important things his teacher wants him to refer to if he stopped with step two, which is why we want to also make sure that we do step three. Here, let's move this around a little bit so it looks a little better. Okay. So here, step three is to identify the subparts and the key clue words and make all of those visual. So as you see, what we did here is we noticed that in the main question, there are two things that the teacher is looking for. How does Athena in book 6 show both number 1, foresight, plus number 2, psychological insight? So those are the two main things that the teacher wants us to see. And I just love turning as much as possible into mathematical formulas, which is why you see this plus sign here. I feel like it helps to see the parts we need to include. Then, let's see, you can pause this and look at all of this in more detail, but I think the next one that I want to look at is this one right here. We also wanted to keep in mind the insight that Athena shows that relates to the princesses. Number 1, her character, and number 2, her motivation. So character, like what is she like as a person, and motivation, what motivates her? I guess it's also a question, what does the teacher exactly mean by the princess's character? Is that like her integrity, or her like what her morals are, or is it more general? So that might be a question to ask the teacher. But nonetheless, it's clear that there is actually, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that the teacher wants you to really pay attention to and refer to when answering this prompt. And this makes it like a nice little checklist to get started writing. So what my client is planning on doing is taking the paragraph, or the prompt, cutting and pasting it at the top of the document where he writes his paragraph, creating this little outline, and then starting to write his paragraph. And I think that's a super great idea. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes for him, and looking forward to hearing how it goes for you if you try it. So email me if you have any questions, Gretchen@GretchenWegner.com. I really do reply to every email that I get. And otherwise, you also might want to check out my online course, The Anti-Boring Approach to Powerful Studying. And there's a link somewhere on this page to that. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.